how to sing in French. He sings in Spanish, and I've never taught him those languages. He's never been taught those languages. He just learned them on his own. How much he understands French and Spanish, I have no idea. He listens to classical music. He is a lover of classical music. He listens to opera. He listens to gospel music. It's amazing at the level of music, the different genres, I should say, of music that he just grabs hold to. And I love seeing him just light up when it comes to the gift that he possesses. Yeah. And
again, I'm so glad you brought that up because, again, speaking with you, you're living it. You're the real. It's reality for you. And like I said, always, mine is just by reading and researching. But as you were speaking, I chimed in on something here, and it says, in fact, a handful of studies show that children with autism can learn 2 languages as well as they learn one.
Absolutely.
And they said that and might even thrive in multilingual environments. So
absolutely,
that's amazing.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yes. As a matter of fact, when Lee was about 4 years old, he was being taught how to talk in sign language, and he was learning it so fast to where I couldn't keep up. Right, and so one of his speech therapists decided to stop it because he was no longer using his voice. The words that he was using, he no longer used because he was using sign language. So we didn't want him to regress in the spoken word. Mm-hmm. We wanted the spoken word to come forth.
Wow.
So he had to stop using sign language. But to this day, he still knows some. Mm-hmm. Not as well as he did when he was younger, but he still knows some. Yeah.
I find that to be amazing. And here I am. I was considered, to not have a disability. And I had the chance to learn Spanish in high school. And the only thing I learned was Puedo ir al baño, por favor. and that's may I go to the bathroom, please. Because I was trying to get out of there,
Absolutely.
And she would not let us go to the restroom unless we said it in Spanish. So that's one of the things that I really find so interesting when people willingly learn things. I had access to learn it for free and dropped the ball Tuesday. So shout out to Lee for learning anything when it comes to another language. It may help him.
Right. Absolutely.
But for the most part, I just want to get some questions in there and just ask you. Mm-hmm. Is it hard? Are you stressed?
Oh, absolutely.
I know you're a minister, but still, the human part of it, please enlighten us.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because there are different stages to raising someone with autism. Again, like I mentioned, Lee, he's 29 years old. Well, he'll be 29 this October. So I am now dealing with autism in a man. Mm. When I dealt with autism in a toddler, I licked it. I had it all down. I had everything down packed. But then he became a little boy, so I had to learn autism all over again in a little boy. Wow. And then he became a teenager, and then I had to learn it all over again. Because teenage years, your body is starting to change. Mm. You're going through hormonal things. He began to learn to masturbate, and I had to help get that under control because he was doing that everywhere, right? And then he became a young adult, and then I had to learn him all over again, right? Mm-hmm. And now he's a man. And even though he's been a man, for a minute, he's still evolving. Right? Yeah. Even though mentally he may be on the level of a child, in some areas, but he is still a man, right? And that man, I know, is there. He's inside of him. So I try to not treat him so childlike. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I speak to him like an adult, and he gets it. He gets it. You know, it is hard. It is hard. You know, but the thing about it is, it's hard work that I'm willing to continue for the rest of my life.
Wow.
You know, I love him. I love him beyond my life. I love him, and he's amazing. Even though it's hard, he's amazing, and as often as I look over my life with him, and I've asked myself, would you change him if you could? My younger me said, yeah, but the me that I am now, no, I wouldn't change a thing, because it is because of who he is because of who I am. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
It is through the autism I learned patience. I learned understanding. I learned long suffering. You know, I learned how to give myself selflessly. You know, through the autism. The autism made me who I am today. You know, so yeah, it gets hard. But the good thing about it is I've educated myself. You know, I've learned so many things. I've learned how to, you know, gather other people around me that are like-minded. I started a support group on Facebook.
What's the name of the support group so people can find it?
The support group on Facebook is called Autism and Me. And it's the symbol and, not A-N-D, but autism, symbol and me.
Thank you.
Right? Autism and me. And I started that about maybe, I think I started the online group about maybe seven to 8 years ago, if not more. But I had started a physical support group a few years before that. But that kind of fell off. But I found out that more people reach out to me via Facebook. You know, they're logging on and they're asking questions, and I've met so many great people through my page on Facebook. I met some amazing people. I met people who wanted to give up, you know, their children, and I talked them out of giving their children up. You know, I met people who didn't want to have more children because they were afraid that the next child will have autism, and I encouraged them, because I had another child, and it was very scary to have another child, but thank God that my husband encouraged me in that time when we became pregnant, and he just said, hey, if he's the same way as Lee, we're going to love him the same. What
I want to say, I want to ask you, what would you say to someone right now who is just now finding out their child is autistic? What advice would you give?
I would first hear them out, you know, and see where they are, you know, mentally and physically with this whole thing, because a new diagnosis is very devastating. So I'm assuming they probably would be in a devastating state. But I would encourage them, and I would let them know that that God puts people like Lee in our lives for a reason, you know, and they're designed to make us better people, you know. And not just to make us better, but to help someone else become better, right? Because even though Lee and me raising Lee has helped me profoundly, I I got to tell someone else. I got to share that. I have to share how great raising him has been, right? Even in the hardships, even in the hard times, it's still an amazing gift to raise someone with autism. You know, it's an amazing gift. You know, he never ceases to amaze me when he's composing music or when he out of the blue says something in a complete sentence that I wasn't even ready for. Right? You know, I'll just tell that person there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And this person that you have, this person that's depending on you, will make you become a person that is so incredible. You know, that this person needs you. And when someone needs you to that extent, you know, you're special. And I'm not saying, you know, all parents are not special, but it's just a special person that could raise someone with autism, you know. And I'll just let them know that it's okay, that, you know, life is still wonderful. You know what I'm saying? The sky is still blue. The grass is still green. You know, life goes on. You know, we can have hard times with raising quote unquote normal children. You know, we go through the same thing.
Amen to that.
Yeah. You know, I was once asked by my younger son, who is now 20, when he was a little boy, he asked me once, did I love Lee more than I love him? And I had to fix that because I didn't want him to ever feel that. So I had to teach him that I don't love him more, I love him different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Each child has a difference in the way we love them. But the one thing we have to show is love. That's the key. Love is what's going to cover it all. You know. So yeah, I just would encourage him.
To anybody out there and they're just now walking this walk that this lady's talking here, I just want to let you know there is no like 1-800 number or no way. The best place to start is to start with information probably from your doctors. Go to Google. Google's a very good friend. Type in what city you're in. There's so many different sites out there that can help you find different programs. Autism Speaks, she says. That's a good one. Yes. You know, it's not a death sentence because you have a child with autism. That, like, you know, and it's just another person in your life that just may need you a little bit more than normal. And then, you know, just think, like, I think you're the perfect person. If you get blessed with a child like this, you're the perfect guardian. That's just me. Yes. That's just how I look at it, because just to reveal to everyone, like, Tuesday is my auntie, you know, my aunt, wherever you live at, you might say she's my aunt, but she's my blood auntie, and the man that she's talking about is my cousin. And I don't even, I know that he's different, but I still want to let him know that I love him and acknowledge him and things like that. I don't treat him any different. I love him. I don't like none of my cousins. No, I'm just kidding. But I love everybody. But I definitely, you know, never treat him different. But I'm always going to call him Poopy. I don't call him Lee. We used to call him Poopy when he was younger, and that's just what I call him. That's always what I'm going to see. And I'm just really one of those people that stick to people's nicknames just because I didn't have one, really. But my grandma did call me Nene. But on another note, I just really am grateful that we got a chance to hear just from somebody who, you know, is really, to me, doing an awesome job. So
thank you.
I look at that. I commend you for that. Always have. And I live worry-free and never had to worry about Poopy because I know he got you, you know. So that's really a good thing, you know, that he got you. and that he's good. I know he's safe. Like, he keep his own room, y'all. It ain't the man got everything he needs, so I know he good, you know. But anything